One thing I've noticed, and you've probably noticed it too, they say that a tree is known by its fruit. And I've noticed that the Palestinians bear such sweet fruit. And if there is a God, I believe that the Palestinians and Muslims are God's chosen people. I see evidence of God amongst them in their behavior, in their hearts, their compassion. They are truly beautiful people. And I spent 11 years in a conservative Christian church, and I never saw that kind of fruit. Nope, not even close. But they just display this godliness that makes it even worse, because forces of evil are committing acts of atrocities against these sweet people. And I think that's what drives us to push harder and fight harder for their justice, because they deserve it. They haven't done anything wrong. And if there is a God, those are his people.
Started reading the Quran. This is the clear Quran, and it's the one that seems to be recommended the most. I also have the study Quran, which I think right now is probably too much for me, but in terms of just, I want to just read it and see how my heart feels. I mean, most of my life, I've approached almost everything from my head, and I've been agnostic for a long time. Someone on TikTok said, read the Quran for 1 hour without interruption and, see how you feel. And so I did that, and I actually read until 3 a.m. last night, and I'm not a night person, so this was a big deal. I couldn't stop reading, and I just felt this tremendous peace. And my mind is always like, but now that I'm just trying to focus on my heart. I'm just trying to focus on how I feel when I read it and the messages it's trying to send to me, or maybe even not even like messages, just I'm trying to be open and read without preconceptions. So, obviously one of the things that has struck so many people on TikTok is the faith of the Palestinian people. So I found this passage in the Cow, Surah 2, 154 to 157. It says, "Never say that those martyred in the cause of God are dead. In fact, they are alive, but you do not perceive it. We will certainly test you with a touch of fear and famine and loss of property, life, and crops. Give good news to those who patiently endure, who say, when struck by a disaster, surely to God we belong, and to him we will all return. They are the ones who will receive God's blessings and mercy, and it is they who are rightly guided." Outside of like all the other amazing things I'm reading in the Quran, that just, helped me understand a little bit how people who are being relentlessly bombed and attacked can have such faith. Okay, anyway, I'm pretty new to this, so be patient with me. Okay, bye.
Good morning. I want to share a part of the Quran that resounded with me greatly last night. It says, "And when they listen to what has been sent down to the messenger, you will see their eyes overflowing with tears because they recognize the truth in it." I think the reason that ayat in the surah hit so different is because the God that I was raised with was not kind. He was jealous and he was angry, and to him we were filthy, dirty rags, and felt like I'd never felt important to that God. But Allah in the Quran feels like what I wanted a God for me to be. And the amount of times in the Quran that he reiterates that he is merciful and forgiving, and that he knows us. He knows us. And the God of the Bible said that too, but it was always under threat. And I would rather worship someone. If I'm going to accept the idea that there is an entity out there that I should worship, I would rather worship someone who is kind and rules with love and not with fear. I don't know what will come from this. I know my heart has been pulled to this, and I don't think that is something that I should take lightly. I did find a mosque nearby that I am hoping I will be able to reach out and just get some clarification on things.
Watching Israel arrest their own people told me everything I needed to know about the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
Friday, the UN General Assembly overwhelmingly voted in support of a humanitarian truce, but Israel and the United States voted against the resolution. Massive demonstrations calling for a ceasefire in Gaza continued this weekend, including here in New York City. On Friday night, thousands of members of Jewish Voice for Peace New York City and their allies shut down the main terminal of Grand Central Station during rush hour. It's the largest sit-in protest the city has seen in over 2 decades. Many wore shirts that said, "Not in our name." Banners were unfurled reading, "Palestinians should be free," and Israelis demand ceasefire now.
Now, I have a strong feeling, and I can't prove this, that there's a lot more Muslims than people understand. That a mass majority of people may be Muslim and they don't know it. But this situation shows the light at the end of the tunnel. That even the Jewish people are not standing for the crap that Israel is doing. And that their plan to summon the Dajjal or Antichrist has completely backfired against them and turned more people towards Islam than I've ever seen.
Y'all, please, as celebratory as this day has been, please stop coming into my comments and my DMs telling me to watch my back because I might have a hit out on me now. Imagine! Because I have a target on my back now. Stop! Y'all scare me on the daily. Like, y'all be up here sending me screenshots of me on Al Jazeera News and Turkish news and all over the world and everything. Which, okay, but, like, stop trying to terrify me, please, because I already am. Like, I started the World Religion Book Club just to get people to experience empathy for their fellow human beings, get to know them on a deeper level. Now, did I expect for me to read the Quran and it resonate with the core beliefs and values I already have? And did I expect it to resonate in such a way that I would revert? No, not in a million years did I think that would happen, but here we are. Okay, just as there's going to be people in the book club who stay atheists for their entire lives, there's going to be people in the book club that learn about other religions and convert to those because they make the most sense for them. It's a very personal thing. But please do not take this opportunity to go into people's DMs or comments and say, you need to watch it back now. Stop!
اللهم يا جامع الناس اليوم لا ريب فيه اجمعنا بنبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كما جمعت بين الروح والجسد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.